sort of rhythm?
I think so. You know, that last set he played in his match earlier on, he was really good. But then he's going straight onto the stream table, as you know, it plays different to the outside tables.
Yeah.
You've got all the lights and the heat and stuff, so you know it'll be even more slidey again for him. So we'll see how he gets on in the first set, and I'm sure we'll get an idea. But certainly looking forward to this. Any predictions, Dan? Or
Oh, I daren't predict this. I mean, the thing is, how could you? You'd have to go for Marc Farnsworth, because how could you not? As you say, Jack's been away from the game. You know, this isn't his full time anymore. Whereas Marc is doing this day in, day out.
no, and obviously when Jack was playing English pool, he was playing on different cloth, wasn't he? So he's not played on this cloth for a long, long time.
Exactly. So I think Marc has to go down as favourite, but it's going to be close.
Well, the bookmakers do have Farnsworth as I think it was 4-7 favourite, and Jack was 5-4. So
Yeah.
they do have him as slight favourite. I do believe that Jack's got the better break out of the two, more consistent. Mark's got a lot better over the past year or so, but it does let him down sometimes. Hand on table, one of the best players on the planet for me.
Oh, absolutely. But Marc has started cut breaking as well, and we saw. I mean, that was a great example of it. And look at the pattern it's left here. This is an absolute dream start, really, isn't it, for a first frame?
But he's under it that first shot straight away.
Yeah, big time.
It's just like the first. You just want to get the first frame on the board and settle. That's a bit of a nervy shot for me. That was. Didn't quite strike through the ball.
I have to say, I commentated on the Mark Boyle, Josh Tommond game earlier. Fantastic game. But both players, and I think particularly Marc, struggled on the table a little bit, because I think it's not playing quite as rapid as you expect for the TV table. I think it's playing a little slow today.
Yeah, but I think a couple of the outside tables are playing the same as well. They're still playing slidey off the rails, but you're pulling up a little bit quicker. I don't know whether that's anything to do with the heating coming on and off.
Could well be.
A bit of moisture in the air, you know.
It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, it's a good recovery. It's a very good recovery, actually. I don't know if the yellow next to the red there, sort of nearest the black spot, does that pass to the bottom left, or does he have to move it? Well, he's moved it.
There's your answer.
Does it pass now, though? Because if it doesn't, he's in a bit of trouble.
No, I think he's got to play the one to the middle now and come round the back of the red on the bottom rail, by the looks of it.
That's awkward, isn't it?
Especially bridging over the red as well.
Yeah. It's amazing what this game can throw up, because...
He's playing it cushion first off the red at the top corner.
But 1 minute ago, when you saw that split from Marc's break, that's a lovely shot. You just said that, 99 times out of 100 that was going to be a break dish, and it may still well be, but he's definitely made hard work of it. Still not entirely straightforward.
No, I think he'll still get them. The only problem is on this next one, I think he's coming away from his work, so he's probably going to have to take his last yellow into the middle bag.
That is lovely.
That's what was on about before we came on air. You don't really see the angles from the cameras that we've got in front of us, do you?
No, it can be deceiving, that's for sure. Still awkward, still bridging. And this is probably a touch thinner than he would have wanted because of that.
Let's see how much it slides off this side rail.
Yeah.
See if he's got the pace.
Load it up with check sides.
Perfect.
Absolutely plumb.
So first blood goes to Farnsworth with a nice break and clearance. Wasn't quite as easy as I think it should have been, but got there in the end, didn't he?
He did. Perfect start for Marc. So Whelan sits in his seat a little longer. Take a look at the highlights from that frame. That was a good recovery after a poor first shot.
That was a lovely shot.
Yeah, that was the one that won it.
Let's have a look at this Jack Whelan break next. For me, he's got one of the best breaks in the world when it's on.
I agree.
Screws the cue ball directly back up the table past the blue and the brown spot, and they split. They just, well, you'll see in a minute.
It's almost like they're scared of him. They
Yeah.
sort of run away.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because he doesn't use a brake cue and he absolutely hammers them. So I don't know how many tips he goes through.
Or ferals.
Yeah, or ferals.
To be fair, if you're striking it as cleanly as he does, it's probably just tips. I think if I tried to hit him that regularly with my playing cue, I'd need a feral or two.
Yeah. Not quite sure what's going on here. Brian Moss, the referee's just come away from the table.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh that they've started the clock on him. That's a bit unnecessary.
10 seconds. How's your week been, Dan? Have you been playing or?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, I got by through to the last 96, and I beat Paul Bradford.
Yeah.
To get through to the 64 this morning, and then I ran into Scott Gillespie.
Lovely.
Yeah.
You kind of expect them in the last 64, though. There's not any easy draws, is there?
Do you know what? It's just I really enjoy it. I've done it 3 of the last 4 years, getting through to the 64, getting in that live draw. It just makes you feel really like you're part of it and really like you're doing something special.
Does it,
Which
mate?
you are.
I'm happy for you.
Sorry, mate. You've been there more often than I have, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I lost in a decider in the singles yesterday. And me and John McAllister lost in the first round of the doubles in a blackball shootout.
Is that you done for the week, or are you in?
I'm in the mixed doubles.
You're in the mixed.
Yep. There we go, look at that for a break.
Oh, wow. Who's your mixed partner?
I'm with Carrie Randall.
Okay.
So, yeah.
One to watch?
Yeah, she's a good player. Very good.
He has absolutely hammered those.
That's the Jack Whelan break all over.
Yeah, I mean, screwed the nuts off it, really.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched Jack play, to be honest. You know, he has been away from the IPA.
I spend a lot of time with him over in China, and such a good cueist, nice guy. I'm just wondering here. Do you think he'll play the red? You see the 2 reds together, closest to the yellow spot. I wonder whether he'll play one of the reds off the yellow into the middle. There we go. What he's looking at there, it kind of just opens them them reds up there.
Yeah.
Or he might opt to go into them here. And
he could do. I mean, you could also land on the one nearest the rail and play that as a plant, and you're guaranteed to be on the one next up the table. But the one thing you've got to do is make the pot. And I think he's left a tiny little window of opportunity there through between middle pocket and red for Marc Farnsworth on the yellow. Why is he still at the table? He didn't pot one, did he?
He's on about the beeps for the time. Wonder whether that was what the issues was at the start, just a little technical glitch.
It's entirely possible. I don't know that there's a lot anyone can do about that. I mean, ultimately he's missed the ball.
Sorry to everyone listening at home. I'm just trying to listen and see what's going on.
Same here, yeah. At least we're letting them speak as well.
It's definitely something to do with the shot clock.
Yes.
100%. Anyway, back to the game.
Yep.
Jack Whelan missed the first ball, so open table.
Yeah, obviously something's caused him to jump up. I mean, we haven't seen anything of the sort, but obviously just a little technical gremlin.
Now, I wouldn't expect it to get into Jack's head, but something like that, a lot of players, it can put them off and send them out of the stride for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just needs to take a moment here to sort of pause and reset. needs a bounce, this. Hasn't got it. He's absolutely in no man's land. That's a tough shot there. I mean, I think it probably is the shot, isn't it? The yellow is closest to up to the top right.
Yeah, possibly.
It's the only pot I can see. I mean, you could
You've
try
got the
and
plant.
Yeah. I suppose the plant is the safer option because you might get the pocket for the 8 ball, but he's going for this. I nailed it. That's a beauty. He's a little thin.
He is thin, and I can't see a way that he can actually hold this.
No.
So, what you're doing, are you playing it with right hand side up and down the table twice, or are you going into it?
Yeah, I think a tracer right hand side. He's trying to hold it. Ooh. Well, I wouldn't fancy it, but it's a shot. And to be fair, you haven't got to do anything with it.
No.
Just
Cue ball up to the blue spot.
Yeah, everything into the pot here for Marc Farnsworth. Got it. And he's played it with confidence. Really nicely cued, that. Two 2-0 lead for Marc Farnsworth. And but it's a 2-0 lead, but he hasn't looked like he's got the table yet, Marc.
No, he looks like he's cueing the ball well enough, but you know, a couple of slack positional shots. But
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll adjust to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. But it just feels like there's an inch of pace that he's not quite getting. That was a lovely shot up to the top right. That's the second. It's the second time in 2 frames that he's taken out a nice finish, but it's only really been a nice finish because he's made an easy finish hard.
Yeah, it's not the normal Marc Farnsworth way, is it? You know, he usually makes finishes look really easy because his cue ball control's really good.
Yeah. Jack there just needs to not let whatever happened in that previous frame affect him. I suppose that the only nice thing from his perspective is A, it's early on in the match, and B, it's a set format.
It's set play. Play the first set and you reset, you're playing another match straight after, aren't you?
Exactly. Marc's caught that cut breaker dream.
Cue ball.
Cue ball is very close. I think it's going to hold up. Again, it's a sort of... It's a much harder layout than we've seen off any of the breaks so far.
I think yellows are the more favourable.
Yeah, it's a tester, isn't it? That first yellow to the centre pocket.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering whether the yellow on the right hand side that's covered by the red, I'm wondering whether he can land on that in such a way where he can just drop it into centre. Just there, look, as you can see on that camera view.
Yeah.
If he lands on that, that's not a difficult pot for him.
No, absolutely. And if he could leave the one to the left of that next to the red for his next ball,
yeah.
After that,
He could possibly land on his problem ball now.
Absolutely.
Depends if he's going to drop it in or not.
He's gone after it, I think.
Well, he will take that.
That's not an unhelpful little flick, is it? That will do. See quite clearly there, the yellow he's closest to goes up to the top left. I wonder whether he might just get rid of that now.
I think he'll save that till his last ball, actually, Dan.
Yeah.
I think he'll play the one to the bottom left corner now, and then possibly the one that's closest to the black spot to the middle.
Yeah.
Then land on his bad ball to the middle, and then he's got his connectors at the top.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but
No, I think you're right. I thought he had slightly too much angle on that one.
yeah.
But he's
He's going to do it now. See, he's not got to do anything with the cue ball, has he? He can run past the red on the next shot and come back out to the blue spot.
Yeah.
That yellow actually that's near the middle bag on the left hand side is it's in a lovely place for him.
Yeah, it's perfect. But this one is not easy. This is not an easy shot. Sort of had to take his medicine, really. You'd like to have run that on and off the cushion, but I think if he played it at that pace, you risk the pocket spitting the ball back out.
Yeah, and I think also he'd have had in the back of his mind, if he lands a little bit straighter than that, the cue ball obviously throws off, so it could throw into the red. See there, he's just drifted it past.
Yeah.
Nice worked out finish by Marc there, really good. This is what I was saying before about his cue ball control. Once he gets into the gist of things, you know, there's not much better hand on table.
No, it's definitely been the best of his finishes so far. Or the most controlled,
Yeah.
I should probably say. Which is what you expect more from Marc.
Yeah, definitely. So 3-0 to Marc. Jack, you missed that one ball to the middle.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, we don't know about the outside interference there, do we? It seems like something got him riled up and frustrated. We think it's to do with the shot clock, but we haven't heard any more.
No. We'll have another look at this Jack Whelan break. Cue ball straight direct up the middle of the table and the pack will explode. There we go.
There you go. Little trace aside on that, but oh wow. They've come apart quite nicely. It's not absolutely a straightforward finish, this.
No, obviously I can't see from the camera angle, but I don't know whether the yellow on the left cushion passes.
I don't think it does. Looking on the overhead,
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. So you've got to take the other one first, which then leaves that yellow as slightly awkward to get onto.
Yeah, I mean, if you can land like just off straight and kind of just, you know, soft stun back as such on these cloths. It's a screw back on a lot of cloths, but it's a soft stun back on these because it's so reactive.
That yellow down towards the bottom right corner pocket as well. That's no, you can see enough of that to pot it. I don't think that's a concern.
No, I think he'll try and get on the two yellows now.
Yeah, just using the red.
See, he's landed just off straight the wrong side there.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to come back over for it because I don't think he's got the angle to screw back.
No, but I think he wants to leave himself quite thin on that yellow near the pocket anyway, so I don't think that's fatal. It just means there's one more good positional shot needs to be played.
Yeah. And I just wonder whether he's going to leave it till his last ball. Play up the table now.
Would you want to... I'm just looking at where the black is, that would be probably second choice option, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I just don't know what angle he's got here to get over.
See, I think he can catch this quite thin and sort of... But it might be flirting with the middle pocket.
That is perfect, as long as he's got an angle.
Yeah. That's about the worst angle he could have got, I think.
Well, that's not pulled up, has it? And that's why I was just wondering whether he'd go up and then check it back on itself.
Yeah.
I know he's got to play a shot then to get on the black, but he can cue it. He's never not going to leave himself a shot.
I wonder if that... Does that yellow go to the top right?
Looking on the overhead, I think it does.
I think it's tight, but I think you're right. So you might try and screw back down, land on the short side sort of thing. Oh, no.
It's under it.
Under.
I'm going double now.
Yeah.
Because you can butcher it and still pot it off the red as such.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to, do you? But I just think it's the easiest shot.
I think it depends if you've got a full pocket for it, because obviously...
It's going for the cut.
Wow, this is thin. This is very thin. Too thin. Like I say, the good news here for Jack is that this is a set format.
Yeah.
So what's happened has happened now.
Yeah, now if this was like a challenge money match, as we call them,
Yeah.
you know, that could have... It's done, finished. Doesn't matter whether he lost it 4-0 or 4-3. He's lost it, move on.
Absolutely, yeah, that's absolutely right.
I can't do that, but these boys can.
That wasn't the cleanest from Marc, but played it at a nice weight. Let the pocket do the work. It's not absolutely straightforward, this, because the two on the rail are making life a little bit difficult.
I was just thinking, I don't think he'll want to leave the one on the bottom rail till last. I think he might try and get down as soon as possible. Yeah, so I assume he'll take it next after this. Play the one down the rail now, and then chip the red into the same pocket.
Yeah.
Go back up for the red and then... Yeah.
It's just with the 8 ball there, isn't it? You don't want to leave it too thin when it's that close to the rail.
Yeah.
You don't want to be playing a thin little snick. I think you're right. I think that's the way. Can he play this a bit more confidently and maybe try and actually get the cue ball sort of down behind the 8 ball and run into it? Or is that too much of a risk?
No, because if you do land straight, then you're struggling, aren't you, to get back up?
It's true.
I think anywhere around the black spot.
Yeah.
So he might come across twice and try and come back onto the black spot here. No, yeah.
That's what he's done. Has he got the pace?
Well, he's got the black spot line, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Anywhere on that line there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, just kind of don't land straight on this. Make sure you land top side. And if you're not going to land top side, land bottom, so you can just go up and down.
This is one of those where sometimes you get that enormous bounce off the cushion and
Yeah.
cue ball just fires up table.
He's missed it.
And he got that big bounce as well.
I actually think that he might have caught cushion first there.
Quite possibly, yeah, because
I'd be intrigued to see
so
that back.
high.
Yeah. It was just the way the cue ball was spinning up the table, to me, says he's hit cushion first. Which comes back to what we were saying earlier about the table, you know, the cloths they throw.
Yeah.
So he's played it with a bit of run inside and it's threw off a bit more.
He's got the pocket though. This isn't easy for Jack by any stretch. Now, how's this going to work out?
It needs a kiss.
Oh, little slide past. He'll take that.
He'll settle with that. It's not an easy shot though, but it's a shot.
Yeah.
From where he was 30 seconds ago, I'm sure he'll be delighted.
Probably just got to think about the cue ball here as well. It's not one that you can just drop in because it's going to be going somewhere near that top left corner if you're not careful. Going to be going somewhere near that top left corner if you're not careful.
Oh, just near it because he was careful.
It was. Yeah. He was very careful. I think I'd have been digging into that a bit.
Yeah. Nevertheless, good shot on the black, and I'm sure he'll feel a little bit better for getting his first frame on the board.
Yeah, you'd like to think that would perhaps settle the nerves if there are any. Just that shot there where he didn't quite leave himself any angle.
We might get to see. I think he's caught cushion first there.
It's either that or he's caught. I mean, regardless, he's definitely caught it too thin.
Yeah.
It's almost sort of cushion and ball at the same time. That kind of reaction. But yeah, it was definitely too thin. Jack Whelan doing his best impression of a man eating a lemon there.
He's not hit that one well. Got lucky. He didn't hit that well at all.
He did get lucky. He hasn't been rewarded with a great split though, although he's been rewarded with a ball.
Well, you know, at this level, they'll take a ball because, you know, 2 or 3 shots and all of a sudden they're in prime position.
Yeah. I think you can make a case for either colour set here. I don't think there's an outright favourite. Reds are probably better.
Yeah, it's just that one that's next to the yellow, isn't it? You know, near the black spot, the red and yellow that look like they're touching each other. I don't actually think that goes anywhere.
No, I think but you've got that red, sort of the red nearest the middle of the table, which is quite a nice ball to attack that area from. But that red is in such a position that it needs moving, but also that you...
Oh my god.
Wow. Well, we've been stunned into silence in the commentary box. Because Marc Farnsworth has missed an absolute dolly there.
I wasn't keeping an eye on the timer there, but I don't know whether the shot clock came into it at all. It seemed like he hit it a bit fast when he got down.
Yeah. Yeah, was he just caught out by it? That would be surprising, but it might at least explain that shot, because barring that, I'm not sure I can.
No. I'm just looking now, and I think after that one shot, I think actually...
It's made the yellows better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if he pots this, he can kind of go into them two bad balls from underneath it.
Yeah. Just how is it going to promote them? That's the question.
So he's played that lovely. I think what he's going to try and do is catch the red half ball. There we go. If you look at that, and he'll push the yellow towards the bag. But in doing so, the cue ball will actually come back out past the black spot, and he'll always be on that one over the corner bag.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan. That's the theory. How's the practice? It's perfect.
Yeah. A little bit thinner than he'd like to be on this one, but you know, I don't know whether he can go into that, use that red as a blocker on the left on cushion, as you can see.
The only thing is, you really want to take the yellow nearest the black spot next, don't you? And I don't think he can.
No.
Because even if you use the red as a blocker, what's your angle going to be like? It's not going to be great. See, I think he's got to take the one to the right of the cue ball now, which just leaves a sort of wall of reds in the way of that yellow if you're coming back.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's got the option of screwing back into the red that he's closest to now. See the red to the right of the cue ball?
Possibly.
He's not straight enough, is he?
I don't know. I think he's got too much angle to do that. He's got to take this now. He's not out yet, Jack Whelan.
I think he'd love to be just off straight on that, so he can run it through and use the gap down the table, as you can see in between the reds there where he's putting his cue. I just wonder, can he check it up enough to get over there?
With the slide, I don't think that's possible. I think he's got to aim for the window between the two reds closest to the yellow.
Yeah, screw off two cushions.
Well, he's got there, but he's going to end up behind the red or in off. No, behind.
He's just been chasing a little bit with this finish, I think.
Yeah.
He's never really in prime position.
I would argue that he was a little bit unlucky with that cannon to land thin on that yellow.
Yeah.
He played it well, he worked it out nicely, but ultimately you trust to luck slightly in that situation, and he didn't quite get the rub he would have wanted. Trying to get in behind the yellow. This looks good. Great effort.
Oh, what a shot.
Highlight reel. That is an absolutely magnificent safety shot. So
yeah.
Was there a question there over whether he hit it or not?
No, I think he was actually asking if he's still got his extension.
Ah, I see, yeah.
See, Jack's got the pace of the table then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to a T. Unreal. Oh, no.
Do you know what, though? I mean, I wouldn't like to speak bad about any shot choice that Marc would do, but he seemed to get down and hit that hard as opposed to a controlled shot.
I think that might have been shot clock again.
Because he asked about extension,
yeah,
and he played it during the beeps.
Yeah, so I think he asked if he had his extension, was told no, and then suddenly thought, I don't know what to do here, so, you know, play for an area.
Yeah. He's just got a little bit of working hard to do here. I know he's got ball in hand and only, you know, one yellow on the table, but...
Yeah, just trying to get that cue ball into perfect position.
That's not perfect.
It's a bit straight.
he's got to punch this off 2 cushions with a bit of a bit of left hand side, I think.
Has he even got the angle to play 2 cushions? This looks really straight to me. Oh, he has.
That's a great shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It was so careless though to end up there.
Mm.
Do you know what? The way things have been going, this is not a nice 8-ball into the centre pocket, queuing off the rail.
Good shot.
Oh, larruped it in.
I will stick up for him a little bit though when he had ball in hand there. Obviously, him playing Chinese 8-ball, you don't get a free visit when it's a foul. You get to put it anywhere on the table. So he's not used to having that free visit anymore.
No, it's true. So, a couple of more scrappy frames after a bit of a lightning start to this match. But from 3-0 down in this first set, Jack Whelan is on the comeback trail, and it's thanks largely to that magnificent safety shot to come round off the cushions and land directly on the yellow. Just put Marc Farnsworth under pressure when it looked like he'd run out of gas, to be honest.
If you can get a good...
The thing of beauty. That's probably the best he's hit, actually.
Yeah.
The cue ball really did come directly back in the line with the cue then.
And they've still come a little bit smelly for him, haven't they?
They're not nice, are they?
No. Just wonder whether he'll play this plant.
Yeah.
The yellow's a little bit far away from the pocket, so he's either got to double kiss this in or play it thin.
I think you play this thin just to get the cue ball back out.
Yeah.
But you have got to be careful. You're right, that yellow being in the right hand side of the pocket is not helpful. So he's going reds. That is not a choice I expected, if I'm honest.
No, he's not played the first shot the best either.
So
I wonder whether he just wanted to land straight onto the one to the corner and play the skill shot.
Yeah, but it's not that bad of a skill shot, but that yellow's not in the heart of the pocket either, is it?
No.
So, I mean, if he is going to play that skill shot, for me now, he can screw down and land on it now, but you want to get right behind it. You want your eye line to be directly in line with cue ball red yellow.
Yeah. I mean, there is an option of landing on it to the middle or top bag.
Well, yeah. Where's he gone here?
I think he's actually played on the skill shot. He's just not come quite as close as he'd liked.
Huge shot, this.
Got the double kiss.
Yeah. He caught it just ever so slightly on the left-hand side as we look.
Yeah.
And it sent it into the jaw and back.
Yeah, like you said, it wasn't directly in the centre of the bag, was it?
No.
Which made the skill shot a lot more difficult.
Now, Marc, I mean, is he going to play this as a 3-ball plant and pot the red?
Yeah.
It is risky, though. If you were to miss the red here, and things can go wrong on plants.
I don't think he can miss it. Honestly, I don't.
No, I know. No, he's played it lovely.
I just didn't think it was possible. I could have. I don't think he could have.
Well, I refer you to the previous frame. that first shot he played.
Well, as long as nothing crazy happens here, I assumed that Marc Farnsworth was going to take a 1-0 lead in sets.
You would imagine so. But it wouldn't be the first time we've thought that.
No, and it's not been the first set we thought it would be with these two.
It's not been vintage. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, who wants vintage? We want drama.
We do. Do you know what? I absolutely agree with you. Don't get me wrong, I love watching a dish fest, but I do like watching people make mistakes.
Yep.
Maybe it's the masochist in me, I don't know.
We want deciders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but we absolutely want deciders. That is the one thing. That is the hill that I will die on when it comes to playing pool. Like, I don't care what you do, but give me a decider any day of the week. Love it. I hope Luke Sandys isn't listening to me say that again after that last game. 3 deciders.
Speaking of deciders, Jack's first 2 matches both went to deciders.
Yes, they did. There was a big crowd in the main arena.
Is he alright there?
The one against Nick Powell. Do you know what? He's a little bit too straight, but I think he can sort of
just pinch the bag a little bit.
Yeah. Is he screwing? He's screwing on and off the top cushion.
Caught the jaw.
Well, unless anything crazy happens, said Wade.
Right, I'm off, guys. It was nice speaking to you all tonight.
He's going to knock the double in, surely.
It's going to tuck him up.
He is. He's got the tuck. That's a dangerous game to play, bearing in mind what happened in the previous frame.
Yeah, I think this one's difficult to escape though, and pot it.
I don't think he needs. Well, I just wonder if he can do a similar shot and lay on the back of the 2 cushions and the one down the table.
This is getting whacked.
It is. Oh, it got close. It got really close, but he hasn't got lucky.
See cue ball anywhere at the top right of the table as we see from here, and he's okay there.
Yeah. I'm assuming he didn't feel like he could get round to play the shot I suggested because he played it so perfectly in the previous frame.
Yeah, I think the middle bag was slightly in the way. Thing is, when you come, I know this sounds silly, but when you're coming down the table, they seem to slide a bit more. The rails do.
Yeah.
As opposed to coming off a short rail.
Yeah. I agree with that actually, completely. Yeah. I've never really thought about it before.
No, but it does. Yeah. I know a lot of people at home watching will be like, "What the hell are they on about?" But
yeah, the side rails do seem to.
It's just the angles you're coming at, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, wasn't a vintage first set, but I'm sure it's going to pick up. Shall we have a look at some scores around the room?
Absolutely. And just while you check the scores out, just noticed at the top of our screen we have a message. Tomorrow's first game on the stream will be Corey Reese versus Ethan Parry Williams, and that will be a mammoth match between 2 very, very exciting Welshmen. Corey, I would argue, the more steady of the 2, but Ethan is just rapid. That will be fun to watch, I think, that game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Corey's probably slight favourite. He's very more solid.
Oh, yeah.
Evan Parry Williams is capable of beating anybody on his day, though.
Yes. Yeah, and he's one of those players where if it is his day, it can be amazing.
Yeah.
But if it's not his day, it can be bad.
Yeah, I agree. Right, we'll wait for the scores because we're back to set 2. Jack Whelan to break. Let's see what happens in this set. Oh, he's not hit that very good.
Nope, it's definitely the worst of his breaks, and he's flown the cue ball in off. And that is not good news for Jack. That is not the start he wanted, having gone a set down.
You see how it kind of like arced into the top corner, whereas usually when he hits some, when he hits some flush because they just ping back. It's like a boomerang.
I mean, the thing with that is it's literally sort of probably 3 or 4 degrees of angle off straight that's giving it that.
He's probably hit the cue ball 1 millimetre to the side of where he wanted to.
That's a nice shot from Marc. That's a really clever little shot. He has opened up those reds beautifully. It's funny, we were just having a conversation. Thinks it's too harsh a punishment. I kind of think this frame might back him up.
Yeah, well, I've been speaking to a few of the guys as well over the course of this week, and
Yeah, I've no idea, but the powers that be make these decisions. I mean, I'm sort of on the fence with it, to be honest. I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference to the game. I do think it's a harsh punishment for an in-off, though. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Just slightly off angle there for Marc.
He's landed in between, hasn't he?
Yeah, he'd have liked to have either come further down or held up, but it's absolutely fine. Just, do you sort of try and screw this off the face of the yellow? You can't go round behind it.
No, I think he'll just screw into it. Quarter ball.
Yeah,
just flick off it.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. It was the perfect start to set number 1 for Marc Farnsworth. He broke dished. I would argue this is an even more perfect, if that was such a thing, start to the second, because if you're getting a dish off Jack Whelan's break, then that is, I'd argue, better than getting one off your own in terms of the match.
Well, it gives you the big advantage, doesn't it, if you're getting first visit off your opponent's break and then clearing them up as well.
Yeah.
So just looking at some scores around the room, we've got Richard Swaffield is 2-1 up in sets against Lee Shepherd, and the 4th set is 1-1. Clint Jansen has beat Matt Schofield 3-0. Daniel Wells and Jack Heckingbottom is 1-1. Dan Davey 2-0 down against Jake Dillon Newlove.
Wow.
Obviously we know how good Jake is though.
Former World Championship finalist.
Yeah, runner up. Matt Steeper is 1-0 up against Scott Pope. Young Anthony Monarch, such an exciting player and going to be a fantastic talent. He's 1-0 up against Paul Harkness. And Josh Fommond, who was on about earlier, is 1-0 up against Gio Edgar.
Yeah.
Fantastic player. I think he's got a snooker background.
Yes, yeah, he has. I was in the commentary box with Josh's doubles partner for the week, Steve Wall. Yep. He was telling me all about his snooker talent.
Well, that's who beat me and John in the doubles. Right. It was 6-all.
Yes, he did say it was a shootout, apparently.
Yeah, well, there was 11 finishes from the break out of 12 frames.
It's absolutely nuts.
And then I was sat with Mark Boyle earlier on after his game, and he was praising him, saying how good he is. If Mark Boyle's praising you, you've got a bit of something about you.
Well, honestly, that was an astonishing match. That was the sort of match that was worthy of being a quarter or a semi-final, let alone a last 64. It was just brilliant to watch.
Yeah. Well, I was speaking to Harry Peart earlier on. And Harry, obviously, is a snooker player before pool. He used to play snooker with Josh Fommond. He said he was absolutely incredible at snooker.
Okay.
He was like kind of one of the bottom pros, but top amateurs in the country. Yeah. So, and you can see that when he cues the ball. He cues the ball lovely.
But some of his shot making and his speed as well. I mean, we watched that game, me and Steve, and in the whole game, you heard the beep of the shot clock once. It was crazy. Just that sort of game. The splits were open, but Marc was missing the odd one, and then Josh was just coming in, bang, 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 mopping up.
Yeah.
And he also played maybe my favourite ever double, I think. I don't know if you saw it, but
no, I seen the clip of Boyle's skill shot.
That was
again.
Oh.
Do you remember the one he did the other year? That was like 3 foot away from the ball.
Yes. Yeah, that was. But Boyle's skill shot took real bottle because
3-all, wasn't it?
3-all and 1-all in sets.
But he was 1-0 down. He was 1-0 down in the sets, I believe. I'm sure it was to go 1-1.
Yes, you're right, it was. Yeah.
Back to the game here, and Marc's got a little bit of work to do here.
I think he's just done it.
Yeah.
Well, he's come a bit far. He'd have loved an angle now to be able to drop on the yellow next to the balk line to the top right. He doesn't have that now.
Wonder whether he's got the angle to screw back and take the yellow in the same pocket.
I just wonder whether he might save that for last and come around the angles and try and get there. It's not easy either way, is it?
No.
He is trying to screw it back, I think. Lots of reverse side.
He's tried to play on it in the same pocket, hasn't he?
Yeah.
See Jack just giving him a little look there, as if to say, I'm interested now.
Yeah. Not quite ready to spring into action just yet, but Definitely a possibility he will be in a few seconds.
Treble, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's the shot. No, little safety. Oh, really good little safety, it has to be said. I do think Mark's second favourite for this now, though.
It depends how full Jack can see this. If he can see it full and screw back behind the black, then yes. If he's got to come off it half ball, I think he's got to play a really good shot.
Yeah. He's having a look, isn't he? Now, to me, I think he's got to come off it quite thin and then sort of try and get back into the same position.
I don't think I'd even be playing that, because the problem is you can leave the yellow to the bottom corner. Well, he's played into it. That's a great shot.
That is so clever. That is such a good shot. And now Marc Farnsworth.
You just can't appreciate how good that actually is. The vision to see it, but then to execute it as well.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic shot.
Marc he's almost got a pot out of this.
I don't actually think he can.
No, I agree with you.
He's trying to arc this, isn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, a fantastic safety shot by Jack has given him the opportunity to take out the frame. Are you playing the plant? Are you playing the plant or not?
It's a risky one, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not nice.
It is risky.
I think if he can play this red onto the yellow now and leave it in the bag far enough, he can play the plant after.
I think maybe if you play the plant cushion first, so if you miss it, the red still goes away. I like that too. It's a good option.
Just gave himself plenty of options, hasn't he?
Basically, all that shot was get the red away from that pocket.
Send the cue ball into a position where he's got the choice of 4 reds there.
Yeah.
So, barring something crazy again, I think Jack will take these out and take it to 1-all. And it's one of them frames as well that Jack will be delighted to win, because Marc was in first. He's made a mistake and now Jack's punished.
Yeah, these are big frames when you get the opportunities.
It's the mental side of the game for these boys, because they don't make many mistakes. So when they do make mistakes, it's important that you you take advantage of it.
Yeah. And he was just a fraction straight there, Jack, on that last shot, and he's only just come far enough on this red. This is fine, but it could have been a lot easier.
Does he have to come off free here?
I think he does. I think he's got to punch this round 3 cushions now.
Yeah, good shot.
Yep. Nicely done. 1-all in the second set. And Marc may well live to rue that miss.
It was that shot there. He just didn't land straight enough, I don't think. But that's a brilliant shot. To just see that, to push the yellow down there out the way and then get the cue ball back in behind the black.
I think my favourite thing about that is it's his second best safety shot of the match.
Frame 3. Score 1 frame all. Jack Whelan 3. Time runner.
Own for that error. You bet he can.
He's dry.
It's dry. He caught them so sweet.
Them yellows are nice as well.
Yep. He's on one to the left centre to start off with.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I think Jack's only saving grace is if that yellow near the black spot doesn't go to the right corner, which I think it does. I think he can actually get on it after this first shot.
I think it does. So do you think he's going to use the yellow next to the one he's playing to hold here?
Yeah.
The other thing is he could push the black safe there.
See,
Not great, that. Not great at all.
I mean, he's okay. He's got a couple of options, but he certainly didn't play to land the cue ball there.
I think he thought he was going to get a thicker contact. The way he's ended up playing it.
Or completely miss it and roll up for the one up the top first and get them two bad ones out of the way.
I just didn't see a way that he could miss it, to be honest. I didn't think that was on, so I sort of assumed he was playing for a thicker.
Brian Moss there doing a fantastic job.
Yep.
My favourite referee. Other refs are available, by the way. just
So you can't say that?
I can. He's my good friend Brian is, yes.
Good friend Brian.
Yeah. From the same neck of the woods.
Brian. He loves it when you quote Family Guy at him.
Well, he's missed that by a mile.
Yeah, a long way out.
So both of these boys aren't firing yet, are they?
No, they're not.
Kind of dragging each other down. It's not the game we'd expect to see. It's, late on the evening now, and
It's been a very long day.
yeah, fatigue comes into it.
Yeah, and for the players. Played the skilly there. Hasn't got it. Not happy.
No, because these reds aren't nice at all.
No, they're not.
Them two reds that are closest to the black, I don't think either of them have got a pocket.
I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to do there, because that pocket's not really one that he'd need anyway.
No.
I don't fully understand that shot. I think this is just a bit of containment. Yeah, just make things awkward.
Yeah.
There's no easy way for Marc to attack that area.
You could possibly go in that direction off the yellow to the left corner, but you'd be relying on a lot of luck.
Yeah, huge amount of luck.
He might just play the yellow in the top left corner and promote it into a potable position here.
Yeah, looks like that's the plan. I think these are the situations where the shot clock matters so much more. Because given a couple of minutes there, Marc might have had a killer safety shot.
Yeah.
But in 30 seconds, I think these are the sort of frames where the clock really matters.
Yeah, and I think to some people at home 30 seconds might seem like a long time, but I can assure you when you're out there playing on the arena table, and the chips are down, it goes fast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all right when you've got drop-ins.
Yeah.
Then 30 seconds is a long time, and you won't see players use it very often. But when you get a frame like this is, a game of chess, really.
I'm just wondering whether he can pot this and kind of play it with a bit of right-hand side and come directly back down the line. He's going to be playing it into the black.
Yeah. Difficult shot as it is, but with the
Yeah,
rest,
it's just too hard.
Now, maybe there's an opportunity now, because the yellow to the left of the 8 ball there, if he can pot that up to the top right, he can move that red. I think that would open the yellow. I think the yellow next to the 8 ball spot still goes bottom right as well. This could be the key to the frame, this shot. Is he on the yellow now? To the bottom right. Can you see enough of it? I think he can.
I think he might be able to throw it in as well with a little bit aside if he's not exactly on it.
It's just that yellow next to the 8 ball still, isn't it? That's still...
He's not on it.
It's not nice. No, it's not. he is now, but he's definitely running into the red. So can he just drift this in and actually hold the cue ball on the red so that he can take that yellow up to the top right?
I think so.
I think
If I'm looking at the overhead, I think.
Yeah. Is he playing it off the other red, actually? He is. But he's gone behind it. So he's not on it.
Now, does the yellow next to the black go to the bottom left corner?
Now that is tight. That is one that I can't see. Come round to have a look. I think it might, the way he's looked there.
I don't think it does. I actually think he's looking at playing the yellow off the red directly below it.
Right, yeah, gotcha.
Half ball. I think the way he's played that, he's landed on it perfect. I think that's what he's playing in.
Yeah.
We'll soon see. I don't think that yellow goes, does it?
This is a monstrously difficult shot. This is yellow off the red into the corner. Screw back for the 8-ball. He just caught it too thick.
They're so difficult to judge, though.
Especially at that distance.
Yeah.
That was a huge distance. You would imagine now that Jack Whelan's going to take a 2-1 lead in this set.
He'd be absolutely delighted to be back to the table again. You know, that finish wasn't easy for Marc.
It was so awkward.
But there wasn't really a safety shot for him. I think he was kind of forced into going for it after putting the first couple of balls.
I will say I think he was a little bit unlucky not to land on that awkward yellow, the previous shot. He played it well and he worked it out well to run into that red, and it just stuck to it. There's millimetres in it, but millimetres win games in this sport.
Just looking at the scores there, and Josh Formand is 3-0 up in the second set against Gio.
Wow, that is huge. What a tournament he's having.
Brilliant.
In the second set to knock out Gio. You couldn't ask for a much more difficult 64 and then 32 draw than that.
Well, I think if Jack gets gets that. Doesn't want to land straight on this to the top corner though. Anything high and he'll be over the moon.
That'll do.
Perfect.
That will do nicely. Choice of ways to play this. You can either sort of drag it in and hold to the 8-ball to the bottom right, or play for the 8-ball to the right centre. That will do nicely. And it's going to lead 2-1. It's another missed opportunity for Marc Farnsworth. Marc Farnsworth will be sat in that seat thinking, I should be 3-0 up in this set.
I agree with you there.
Especially having made the most of Jack's foul break in the first frame. You know, that was a real, opening of the door from Jack Whelan.
Yeah, I don't think either of them are going to be feeling great at this moment in time. I think if Jack wins this set, he'll be feeling the better of the two.
100%, yeah, without a doubt. This feels like a huge set in the context of the match. Given what happened in the first one with Marc racing to a 3-0 lead and then being pegged back, you do feel like, or I do feel like at least, if Marc wins this set, I think it's going to be very difficult for Jack to come back from 2-0 down again against Marc Farnsworth.
Yeah. Especially with the way that they are splitting, Marc is breaking quite good.
There's another example.
Black.
Yeah, I was watching the cue ball. The cue ball was close, but the 8-ball was closer. So we will have a re-rack. Do you find that you get a bit of a curse after one of those? Or do you think it doesn't?
Joking aside, honestly, whenever I do that,
Yeah.
I tend to do another one straight after.
What, another
black?
eight ball in?
Yeah.
I've done that a couple of times.
I've done it so many times. Did it yesterday in my match.
So, in your case then, what's the third break normally like?
Dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Or cue ball ends up on table 3 or something. Yeah, right. But let's have a look at this break.
Yeah. Watch the 8 ball, folks. Watch the cue ball. He's nailed it.
Oh, it's going.
He's absolutely nailed that break. It's a better one than the previous one. And the previous one was pretty good. He really has got this cut break working.
It does help with the brand new cloth and brand new balls.
Big time.
They help.
They make a huge difference on the break. This is a really awkward table actually. There's no sort of obvious colour set because everything's kind of covering everything else. I think I marginally prefer reds, but
Yeah.
if it's the starter. The starter's a bit awkward.
The red next to the black, I think that can be his first ball to the top right corner if he's feeling confident.
It's a big shot, but you're right.
Yeah, and he can.
Then you've got that. The red, the awkward red is the one that's in that triangle of yellows there, right in the middle of your screen now.
The one is just going towards here.
Yep. As you're landing on that to the middle. What a shot that is.
Absolutely plumbed it. Fantastic shot.
He's actually overrun it by a couple of inches. Could have been even easier. But he will take that all day long. That's a great shot. I think that was a true professional shot. If you know what I mean. It's not only has he played on the most difficult ball, he's also played it with a view to, if it goes wrong, I'm still definitely going to be on another red.
Yeah. That's where these top boys are so good. They'll play one shot at the start of the frame, which is the key to the frame.
Yeah.
When we're playing, sometimes we use the term as that's the black ball.
Yeah.
Because in our eyes, if they pot that, they've won the frame.
Yeah. And that red in the middle of those 3 yellows, to a certain extent, was the 8 ball in this frame. He's just got to mind himself the shot after this one, I think. You don't want to land thin on this red to the centre, because then the cue ball can sort of squirt off the yellow and across to the right hand side.
Yeah.
You want to be as straight as possible on this final red to the centre pocket. And that is plumb,
It's fine,
I
yeah.
think is the word.
Ball in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh. Didn't want to be bridging there.
got a kick there, I think. Yeah, he's asking.
He's asking. Also, while you're there, Brian, just move the cue ball over a couple of mil to the left.
It was on the other side of the ball marker, that was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
You know what I really want to see?
Go on.
A referee drop the cue ball one day. I know.
That's surely not your favourite referee. You wouldn't want it to happen to him.
I want it to happen to him more than anything.
Oh, okay, fine.
But it won't happen because Bry's a great ref.
He is. Oh, this is so awkward. But he's nailed it. Super stuff from Marc Farnsworth. A break dish gets him back on terms in this frame.
Shout out to the tech guys as well, doing a fantastic job with the little replays of the frames. I think that's a fantastic addition.
Yeah, High Vis Productions are doing a magnificent job bringing this stream to you. Plenty of sponsors for the week. Check out all the logos everywhere on all the TV screens. But we are blessed to have some of the biggest and best names in blackball pool supporting us here at the IPA. And Jack Whelan has screwed it off again. And this one might be fatal, I think. That is not good news.
And he screwed straight in off as well. That's the worst thing. He won't be happy with that. I think he'll be going reds here, won't he? I think get that yellow in the top corner out of the way and he'll definitely be going reds.
Yeah, I should think so. This should be straightforward.
I can't see any problems here. Sorry about that silence there, guys. Me and Dan having a private joke.
Hard to imagine anything going too far wrong.
I think the only possible thing that could actually go wrong is the yellow that's closest to the red in the centre of the table.
Yeah.
But I can't see how it'll go wrong.
No, but it just feels like a slightly more awkward ball to get on than the rest. I know exactly what you're saying.
Might play on it now. Is he screwing into the yellow?
Has he got the angle for that? I don't think so. He might have tried the flick.
He did. Tried to.
Yeah.
But he could have just dropped that in dead weight and then played the yellow long into the bottom left corner there.
He's actually finished quite nice on the one closest to the cue ball now if he wants to. He could just top this down the table. And then the red in baulk would be his last ball. What are you looking at? Sort of in between both angles here. He's very straight on the one below the cue ball, and he's got a bit too much angle on the one above. But I think he's got to play the one, the awkward red that we were talking about now.
He's played it well.
Yeah. Again, though, looks to have finished pretty plumb straight on the red in baulk. So,
I think he can screw over anywhere near the middle pocket.
yeah. Yeah, be looking to take that red to the bottom left now. I don't think this angle could be much worse, you know. This looks horrible to me.
Played it well.
Yeah, nicely done.
I think he'll be queuing this nicely and playing the black into the same pocket, I'd imagine. Because I don't actually think he can screw on and off the cushion, can he?
I think the yellow's in the way. Or, no, I think it slid, didn't it?
I didn't like it.
No, it finished a bit thin. I see what you're saying. I think he's okay here because he doesn't really have to worry about the cue ball because I think he can just fire it into the yellow, can't he? Or is it a bit too thin for that? Oh, it's thinner. It's thinner, but he's got it.
Nice clearance by Farnsworth.
Yep, and he leads 3-2, and it's his break next, and he's been breaking very well in this match so far. Marc Farnsworth is on the verge of an unlosable set, if you like, an unwinnable set for Jack then, because if he does dish this, it would be 4 dishes in the set.
Lee Shepherd's trying to turn things around against Richard Swaffield. He's got it back to 2-2 in sets and 1-0 up in the deciding set.
Oh, Swaffy, my doubles partner. I let him down earlier big time, so I hope he gets through that, if I'm honest. Oh, it was bad this morning. I'm not a morning person.
Matt Steepers took another set against Scott Pope. He's gone 2-0 up. And Josh Fomond did win that second set. He's 2-0 up, but Gio is 2-0 up in the third set. So a lot to keep your eyes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Including this Farnsworth break. Is it that well?
Oh, cue ball. Oh. Well, I think Jack Whelan's going to find himself in about the same spot as Marc Farnsworth finds himself in the shots time.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anything else you can do here but just run off the yellow and... Well, can he even keep it out of the pocket if he plays it that way? This is absolutely horrible.
If I tried to tuck up behind that yellow,
Yeah.
I would certainly quadruple hit the cue ball here.
This is risky, but it's the right shot.
Re-rack ref.
Oh, I mean, how many times are we going to see this shot played before one of them fails? That's my question. Because it's just the same shot, isn't it? Clever. Move the cue ball away. Move the yellow away from the pocket a little bit. There is Jack.
The thing is, if they keep playing this shot, one of them eventually is going to be on, possibly the red to the corner.
Yep. I think Marc's going to try and get him. Well, he's almost tried to get him on the red. He said, "Okay, you have a go."
He doesn't want reds. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yellows are the balls, aren't they? Is it left? Can you pot it to middle, maybe? No.
Maybe.
Because when they're that close, you have to kind of strike the bottom of the cue ball, which would be screwing straight back into the pocket. So
Precisely that. Yeah. It's a nice weight of shot. It's getting more difficult to.
do you want to just nip out and see if they want a re-rack or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Either that or just make a cup of tea.
Yeah. If anybody at home wants to nip and put the kettle on, make a pot noodle.
If you want to bring us a biscuit, we'd appreciate it.
I'm starving.
I am absolutely ravenous. Yeah. I mean, my food today has consisted of breakfast and then a pot noodle, and that's been about it. And it's getting on for 10 o'clock. Yeah, we are just 10 o'clock.
I had a meal deal at maybe 12:30. That's all I've had. So, Marc just pushing that yellow away now has opened up the frame a little bit. Don't know whether Jack will kind of play off this yellow and put it behind the yellow on the left rail or not.
See, I think you'd have to be careful doing that. Because I think the yellow on the left rail actually goes. That's clever. That's a clever shot.
Does the yellow go into the top left corner?
That's what I think. Looking at the overhead, I think it does. But it is very, very tight past that red. But I wouldn't want to leave it on if it does. Because even though it's a difficult shot, like you said, you've got to be yellows in this frame still. I wonder what the record is for the most number of shots before colours have been decided. Oh, it might be now. Surely he's left that to the middle this time, hasn't he?
I think so, but I think the good thing is Jack playing that shot earlier on when he rattled the red in the right corner.
Yeah.
It's pushed the black in front of that yellow.
Yep.
So now the yellows aren't actually droppings, there's work to do.
No. If that yellow does go up to the top left, would you be tempted by it from this position?
No, not from there.
The question is, does it go to the bottom left?
Yeah. Yeah, it goes to the
So
bottom
you
left,
can
yeah.
but you've got to be right with the cue ball, haven't you? You've got to be almost straight on it.
What I would be tempted to do now is pop the left to the top, yellow to the top left corner and screw into his bad yellow.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to be on the yellow to the same pocket. To the top left, as you can see.
I wonder if you could screw into the 8 ball and actually take that yellow long down to the bottom left as well.
Good shout, Daniel.
Yeah, because if you move the yellow, you're not actually getting it away, are you, probably? You could just drop onto the 8.
You've got me thinking about tea now, I'm stopped.
I am sorry. But if I have to, then you have to. We can suffer together.
Do you think he played the pot there?
No, I don't.
No.
I think he's decided not to go game. This is such a massive frame for him because this is obviously essentially to break Whelan's serve. You know, Jack had the.
I think Jack will be pushing that yellow down into the next to the other yellow now.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's
Well,
done.
now it doesn't go.
No, definitely not now. But if I'm Marc here, am I just... a lot more control over... Cushion first.
Watch out for
Hit a
the
cushion
slide.
afterwards. Okay. Not great, but not terrible.
Well, he's just tied it up a bit more, hasn't he? You know.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them actually want to go a game at the moment.
Well, I think that this is where Marc's got the advantage, because this is a must-win frame for Jack Whelan. So, I suppose in his mind he's sort of saying, right, Jack, if you're gonna win this, you got to win it.
I put Marc favourite for this frame.
Oh yeah.
Literally, my reason behind it is just because he's a blackball player.
Yeah.
And obviously Jack's playing Chinese 8-ball, where you know. This is where we go back to where you want as well. We said about the shot clock.
Yeah.
Each player will try to keep their extension for as long as possible in this frame.
Yeah. Although they have both used it, actually, looking at it.
Have they? Your memory's better than mine, and as you've just pointed out, it does show us on the screen.
I think. Sorry, I'm not.
I think they go when their extension's been
Yeah,
used.
I think Jack's has though. Jack's used his, but Marc hasn't used his. Marc's in colour.
Yeah, it's because Jack's on reds.
We'll have to find out. Can someone please confirm who's used their extension or not? We'll find out. We'll find out and get back to you. Send a message to the IPA elves. Marc is definitely in control. He's in the driving seat in this frame. But it's a tough frame to call fully. But trying to find a sort of telling safety is near impossible because the balls are spread so far and wide.
Yeah, just wondering whether he'll chip this red off the side rail here, because that's a dead red for him.
Yeah. Yep, just
It's just tying it up even more.
tying it up, but it's still dead. I don't, you know,
I think he feels like he's behind in the frame. He's the underdog for this frame, so all he's doing is holding on a little bit longer and giving himself more of a chance, so Marc can't actually go for the finish.
Is he trying to push Marc, sort of almost put Marc into submission here? Sort of say, you know, like, I'm just gonna wait for you to go. I'm gonna make you go at something you don't want to go at. That's a good shot. I don't know if he's covered the pocket for the 8-ball, but he's certainly covered it for the yellow. And Jack is just working his way back into a position of strength here.
Might be able to tuck him up behind the red in the top right corner here.
Yeah, that's the shot. I think he's just left that on. I think he might have left him an edge, has he? No. Marc's tapping the table, so it's a good shot.
So the elves haven't got back to us, but one of my friends, Mark Clifford, has messaged me saying Mark's used his is lighter in colour.
Okay.
So see whether he's lying.
Oh, terrific. Was there a little flick of a hand of apology there? Or I think he meant that, didn't he?
I think he was going down the line where he's had 3 balls.
Yeah.
So if he misses the first one, he's got a chance of it in the second. So yeah, I think it's a good shot.
It's a great escape, no matter what. No matter which way you swing it.
Jack's just took his extension. He's going to try and double this over and get the corner bag. No, he's just trying to push that back in there, but... For everybody watching at home, I'm sorry, I don't know how to commentate on these safety battles.
These aren't shots I've ever seen you play, Wade.
What's the safety?
Yeah. Just shows how vital this frame is, though. It's a proper chess match at the moment between these two.
Ah, thank you, Mark. So we can see it on the screen.
Oh yeah, so we can.
Can't get the stuff.
Oh,
That's a good shot.
it is, but he didn't like it. I think he thought he'd underhit it and might not make the rail.
Give it the old pool player body swerve to
Yeah,
give it a bit
yeah.
of extra, didn't he?
I wonder if Mark can just push the yellow down the rail and then push his other yellow sort of across towards the yellow near the pocket.
I actually like pushing the black over.
Yeah. It's a good shot there.
Yep. Because that black does skill shot, doesn't it? To that
Yeah.
top right corner.
That's it. It certainly does from there. It's actually, it's kind of in plumb position, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
about a foot away and dead straight on it.
Yeah, I think Jack will send the yellow back over though if he can here. So the red that's at the top left corner, he might double it off the yellow,
Yeah.
possibly. That's a clever shot because he stopped the skill shot, hasn't he?
Yes.
If he gets that far.
Just about covered the skill shot there, yeah. But I think Mark's been a little bit too negative in this frame for me. Because Jack is now working his way. I mean, actually,
Jack's one
Jack-
shot away from...
Jack can almost go here, whereas the yellows now are terrible. The only really bad red is the one underneath the 2 yellows. The other one is an easy double.
Just wondering whether he can play the red to the left corner now and actually land on the double in such a way where he'll push the other red out, but I don't think he's going to go, is he? It's been that kind of
Doesn't
frame.
look like it.
That's a good shot.
That's a very good shot. And he's forcing Mark's hand now. I kind of think he's got to go, hasn't he? He won't want to, but he could play the plant or even just play the one near the corner pocket and give himself an angle to go round into the 3 yellows.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the plant. Is he going to have the angle? Needs to hold up.
Just about. I think he'd have rather had a bit more of an angle, but
Yeah, I think if that holds up 6 inches before where it does, I think it's better. But he has got an angle here.
the problem is he's got to create the angle now, so he's got to force it in with a bit of top right. It can just throw off and you can lose all your pace. There you go. See how it's just threw off a bit?
Yeah.
Is he on the double?
Don't think so. If maybe. If he is, then the finish is on. If he isn't, he's in a world of trouble.
I think he can play the one down the rail though and come back out and leave himself an angle on the double then. But
Going the
he
double
must be on
now.
it.
Got it. I mean, it's still a 2 out of 10 finish from here at best, but he's given himself a chance with every shot. With every shot he plays, he's just hanging in there. Is he looking to see whether he can play the yellow off the other yellow? Surely he can't do that.
I'm just wondering whether he can drop this on and leave himself on a cross double and send the cue ball into the black. You know, leave himself a thin double.
Yeah. About to find out, and he needs to be quick about it. Ooh,
I don't know. I don't think he's up. Can he double that?
I don't think so. I think the red might be in the way anyway. It's tight.
It does double, but I think he needed to be another ball roll up towards the blue spot at least.
He knows, doesn't he? He knows how far he's digging. Oh, that's disaster. That's an absolute disaster. Does that double past the red into the corner? Maybe. I don't think so.
Treble?
Does it treble past the red? That's,
I think it's his only shot because it will slide off the second rail.
yeah. So treble might get into the 8 ball as well if he's going to play it.
Oh, it's close. It's
It's
close.
so close.
Oh my god.
It's absolutely a contested
Look at
shot
Jack's
at the
face.
tournament. It's an absolute monster of a shot. Now, can he pop this 8 ball?
He's got to pull off another monster though. This is one for the highlight reel.
Oh, we've already had one, but if he gets this... He's cutting it to the middle. Is it there? Is it there?
Oh my god.
Marc
What a finish.
Farnsworth with a finish for the ages. One of the
Absolutely
greatest you will ever see. He was forced. He was dead and buried in that frame because Jack Whelan had wormed his way through the frame and got himself into a beautiful position. He forced Marc Farnsworth to go when he really didn't want to. But somehow he made it stick. That is unreal.
I'm speechless. I would just like to say that I spotted the treble.
You did.
Thank you.
And,
Just for the record.
And we're all very proud.
Thank you.
You're a special little soldier.
No, brilliant shot. And, you know, the black was just as good as well because that wasn't an easy black.
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, let's watch that treble again, and I could watch that all day, every day.
See the slide off the second rail though? You see how it comes off and slows down? It's like a slide.
Oh, it's magnificent, isn't it? It is magnificent. I'm just watching Jack now every time. Just there's almost no expression there, but you just know that that's killed him inside.
So look, Jack's laughing. Look when he's spotted the black. Watch. Little nod of the head. Yeah. Cheers.
I mean, Mark's held a little hand of apology up there, but I think he's been kind.
He's just being sportsmanship. There was no need to say sorry. He deserved to get the finish.
He did.
So, whilst we're waiting for the guys to freshen up on the toilet break, we were over to Gio Edgar and Fomond again. And Gio has pulled a setback.
Just Tomond is... Well, he's tried an absolute Hail Mary there and hasn't got it, but he still leads Gio Edgar 2 sets to 1 and 1 frame to 0. Let's also have a quick look at some of the scores.
Dan Davies pulled a setback against Jake Dylan Newlove. It's 2-1, and Dan Davies is 3-0 up in the 4th set.
Wow.
So he's 1 frame away from going to a deciding set.
I think he came through a decider in the previous match as well. Did Dan.
Sheppy is 3-1 up in the deciding set against Swaffy.
Nice.
Young Anthony Monarch 2-0 up and 2-1 up in the 3rd set.
He is, for me, he is the next big thing. Anthony Monarch. To watch a performance of that sort of maturity last season when he won the amateur and open double.
Yeah, and he's such a nice kid as well. You know, he's such a good guy.
He genuinely is. He just loves the game. He's a real sort of student of it. He does all the right things. He looks after himself, and he just cares about it.
He just lives and breathes ball as well. He loves the game.
But he doesn't have... And I think...
Oh, that's gone wrong for Gio.
He has. But talking of, young sort of stars of the game, Gio being the other one, of course, Gio who lost to Anthony Monarch in that Open final. The youngest Open final we've ever had by some distance, I would think. I think it was 20 versus 21. But both of those two are lovely kids, like not kids but lads, They're doing great work. Apologies for that. Just getting our drinks orders in. Non-alcoholic, I should stress. But yeah, going back to the conversation, Gio and Anthony, they are the two big stars of the young pool world, if you like.
Yeah, I agree.
They're the two that are going to make waves next, I think, in a la sort of Farnsworth or Boyle.
He's going off 2 cushions here. I think he's going to slide past.
Oh, it's got it.
It's a good effort, that is.
It's a brilliant effort.
And he's had a bit of a touch as well there. He's covered the black.
Yeah.
So a bit of work for Gio to be done.
Oh, that was so close. I as soon as I saw it come off that second rail, I thought it was in. His reaction told me he thought it was as well, to be fair. Marc Farnsworth leads 2-0 against Jack Whelan. Jack Whelan is staring down the barrel, and that is not going to help his cause. It's not. This is a big break and a big split, but actually, there's clusters all over the table, and you kind of need to be reds with where the 8 balls ended up with those 2 yellows. Got a red to start with, but there's 2 awkward reds as well.
In an ideal world, I'd love to pot the red to the bottom left corner and swing off 2 and go into the red and the yellow next to the black spot. But I don't actually think he can do it. I think it will slide too much.
Too thin.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know whether he can pot this to the red to the top right corner and leave himself the angle to do that, because in going into that yellow next to the black spot, you're going to be on the red to the middle bag. So that to me is the key to the frame.
Yeah. Playing the plant. Playing the plant, and he played it beautifully. That is pure vision from Marc Farnsworth. And now there is 1 awkward red.
Just wonder whether he's got enough angle here to punch into it now. It looks quite straight, but Mark's got lovely cue power. He's missed it.
Missed it, but got second prize.
Yeah, he can go into the yellow here now, can't he? Doesn't want to be going into the red.
No, well, you could, but you want to catch it thin, don't you?
Yeah, I think any contact on the yellow first here, at a half decent pace is going to be okay.
Just don't want to stick to it. It's the only slight worry for me.
Yeah, perfect. He's still got a shot to play to get onto the black, though.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does. It's a bit awkward, this. Just gonna try and get past. Oh, does that go to the centre?
Yeah, which helps things.
It does, but what sort of angles he got here? Has he got enough?
I think you just run it up to close, the brown spot as such.
Yeah, I just wonder if is he getting past that yellow? That's my...
Playing cushion first.
Wow. Yeah, just decided he couldn't get there. I didn't like that angle, so... Well, this makes sense, but it is a big shot.
Does he get it?
I think so, but you have got to flirt with hitting the yellow first off this cushion like that.
Missed it.
And as a result, yeah, I do think he was a little bit concerned about hitting the yellow, the way he'd have had to play it.
Yeah.
That's why he's just caught it too thick off the rail. He's missed it by a hair's breadth. I mean, it really is nothing he's missed that by.
So Jack will just come down the table now and have a look at the best place he can leave the cue ball. Leaving a one cushion escape at the top level, it's not really good enough when there's a ball over the bag, is it, Dan?
No. It's got to be, I'll tell you where it's got to be somewhere closer to the right corner pocket.
I want centre of the bottom cushion here.
Yep. But you don't want to come too far.
That's good enough. He's got the line, yeah.
He's good. Oh. How do you like your jaw shots?
I don't.
No?
No. If I went for the jaw shot here, the cue ball would just go straight in the pocket.
I'm just looking for another way out, and I mean, you could. There's maybe the treble.
You might be able to arc it off one cushion. If he hits it just under the middle bag with bottom,
yeah,
it'll arc around the yellow. There we go. He's done it too much.
Yeah. See, I actually thought he might hit that just above the middle bag and really try to get into it.
I don't think he could. I think it was too much.
Yeah.
So, Jack with a lovely chance now. Just develop his couple of bad balls.
Yep, that'll do.
That will do nicely.
This is a practice routine, really, for... Well, do you know what? This isn't a practice routine for Jack, because Jack wouldn't set this up as a practice routine, because it's too easy.
So Marc there just getting himself ready for the next frame. He knows this frame's over already.
Yeah.
Whose break is it?
It'll be Jack to break next.
Yep, so Marc making a mistake on the black, giving Jack the opportunity to go 1-0 up in this third set. And it goes without saying it is a massive set for Jack. Obviously, if he wins the set, he's lost and he's on the bus home. But I think winning that first frame the way he has, with Farnsworth making a mistake, it'll give him a little bit of a boost for this set, maybe.
Yeah. There you go. You can see that it's all about the slide.
Yeah.
But because of that slide, he had to just bring the cue ball further down the cushion, and it really would have been close to the yellow.
Yeah, and he had to play it with side as well.
Yeah.
So the side and the slide.
Say that 3 times fast.
Side, slide, side, slide, slide.
Yep, nailed it.
Perfect. Right, let's see how Jack's feeling with this break.
It's gone directly over the racking line.
And these yellows are beautiful.
If you want a demonstration on how to do that, just watch that. Phenomenal stuff.
So did you time that one well?
Average.
So the only thing I can see with this frame, that could possibly go wrong is there's 2 yellows next to each other, closest to the middle bag on the right hand side as we look now. I don't know whether it goes to the top left. No, it doesn't. So he's just got to mind his work around there. Maybe play on the plant, Dan. If he pots this to the bottom right now, and then maybe play the plant to the top right.
Yeah.
He's going into
it. Doesn't want to. Oh.
That goes, I think, to the middle bag.
Do you think? I think. Yeah, I think you're probably right. That could have gone wrong though.
Yeah. I don't like going into balls because every time I do that, that'd have been welded on the red. It won't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a fan of not going into balls unless you absolutely have to. Is he trying to move it again? Does he need to? No.
No. So that to me says it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, because he could have easily moved it then if it didn't.
Yeah. So he'd be looking to land on that one to the left middle pocket, what was just speaking about next. And then the yellow to the right centre bag, yellow to the top left as his last ball to connect up to the black. It's all on this shot for me. I think he's got to land straight onto the one to the left middle, if it actually goes.
That's the question.
Having a good look. And if it doesn't, can he just nudge into it half ball now and develop it?
He's having a really good. I'm amazed that he didn't do it with the previous shot. I know he was playing a plant, and maybe that's why he chose not to. But if that doesn't go, he has the perfect angle. He doesn't like it, does he? He's not happy with this.
No.
So, does it go, but it's really tight, or?
Yeah, my only thinking now is it's really tight and he just wants to be as straight as possible on it. And that's why he's gone this way.
Oh, that's overrun. Oh, that's overrun in a big way. Because even if it does go now, he can't get nicely on the next one. The thing is, if it was easy, if it just sort of flew past, then you could screw on and off the rail. But if it's that tight, then that makes this shot enormously difficult. Screwed on and off the rail, but he didn't play it hard enough. This is very thin now.
I think if he pots it, he could possibly cannon into the red that's near the brown spot, as we'd call it on a snooker table, and actually land on the black.
Yep, I think it's possible, but he's undercut that even. Sorry, by a long way. He caught that almost sort of quarter ball, and it was a real snick.
It's a little nervy one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not the easiest shot to play when you're under it. I don't think either of these players have been playing the best in this match.
No, I don't. It's often the way in the early rounds of these major tournaments, though. Oh, doesn't want to flick that red. Oh, he's got lucky. He's got quite lucky there. That's Marc Farnsworth. He moved the red out of the way that he was snookering with, but put the other one in the way.
Can he chip this in?
Wouldn't have thought so. No. And now Mark's got a very easy snooker, you would think. Just flick off the red on the side rail, and I suppose you can aim for the 8 ball. In behind the 8 ball would be even better. You don't necessarily want to leave the up and down though, so you've got to be a bit careful. As a result, he's not choosing that. He's trying to cover it this way.
And he's covered the up and down with the ball is actually hit.
I think there's an element of luck to that, but I do think it's by design. I don't know if he's fully covered it. Is he playing this with lots of check side to bring it back down that side of the table? Bottom and check. Got close, but not close enough.
Marc with ball in hand. I think he's going to be pulling this back to 1-1 in this set. I just think Jack struggled with maybe the pace of the table a little bit as well. You know, he's not been as precise as he usually is, the Jack we used to know.
I mean, he's definitely been struggling. That's for sure. It can be the pace of the cushions as well that can catch you out.
It's just a mixture of everything, isn't it? If you're not used to playing on certain equipment, then it's all new to you again.
Yeah. Exactly that.
Marc's just landed a little bit awkward here. I can't see him having a problem, but he's not exactly where he wanted to be.
No, it's the sort of finish though, isn't it, where you've always got a couple of options available. The whole table's available, really.
Sometimes they're the hardest ones though, because you just don't think about it.
You can definitely take your eye off these, yeah. Just think, oh, just pot it and I'm bound to be on it, and then all of a sudden, a couple of balls left and you're in no man's land. It's easily done. Marc Farnsworth is rarely that careless though. Face of pure concentration from Marc Farnsworth as he gets himself on the board in set number 3. I think that's kind of symptomatic of the way the whole game has been. Jack has had chances in these sort of crucial moments and put them down, whereas Marc has taken the big frames.
Yeah, he's just not took his chances, has he? So, and like you say, Marc has. You know, he's been getting ball in hand a lot, Marc.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of. I mean, it's certainly in the second set the in-offs that Jack made were huge, but every other break apart from those two has been straight down the line, just as you described. Caught the cut break reasonably well, but that's going to be dry.
But again, it's like the story of the game.
It's messy.
Yeah. I think on a whole, Marc has had the easier chances. Jack's had a bit more work to do on his, which has ultimately led into running into a bit of trouble.
I mean, this might be controversial, but I would argue actually across the whole match, I think Marc has broken better than Jack Whelan.
Yeah. I think Jack's good ones have been better.
Yep.
But as an average, yeah, definitely. No, after that break, Marc actually held his hand up to Jack. You know, a bit of an apology to say.
It's typical, isn't it? I think this is just a containing shot.
He's playing it off the yellow, I think.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that. I know things aren't running his way, but to my mind, that shot was a little bit of a white flag.
I think what he's trying to do is just make something happen.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes in matches you say to yourself, right, I need to make something happen here. You know, nothing's happening, nothing's going his way early.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to try and make it my way.
Yeah.
But what it has done really is opened up the whole table for Marc, except for the 8 ball.
Yeah. Well, he might actually try and play into it here. He might pot the yellow to the top left corner with a bit of run inside and run into the red.
Yeah. I mean, I like it, but you have got to be careful, because if you hit the red too high up, you could end up behind it.
Like that.
Like that. Exactly like that.
It was the right shot. I just think the execution wasn't there, and he's not left himself very nice here either. I don't think there's anywhere to hide.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree that that was the right shot, because I thought that was quite likely to happen. But I just think it's one of those where perhaps you think you're on it now, and it's might be the best chance you get to get the 8 ball out easily.
Yeah.
But I don't think I didn't like it.
Well, it's not worked.
No, it hasn't.
We'll leave it as that one.
Yeah,
It's not
absolutely.
worked in this time. But maybe a possible double to the middle bag if you can see enough. But other than that, I don't think he's got anything on.
No. What has he got in his bag of tricks here, Marc Farnsworth? I don't think he can play a cushion first off the red into the pocket, so that's what he tried, I think.
Cue ball.
Yeah, bad to worse.
I don't think it made a difference there.
No, I agree.
I think he kind of knew if he didn't pot something, he was, he's lost the frame basically.
It was game over one way or the other, wasn't it? I just think, yeah, the shot he played with the running side, I just think it was always going to stick close to the red.
Yeah, he needed to hit the right hand side of the red.
Yeah.
And he'd have been okay, but whether it was the right shot or wrong shot, it's not won him the frame. It's actually lost him the frame. So, well, might be a little premature there, but
it certainly should have. Yes, it should have. Lost him the frame, that's for sure. Jack Whelan absolutely should be getting these, but he's just not got the pace, has he? You're right.
I mean, he has come a little bit short there, but it shouldn't be an issue. You just drop this in, cue ball to the centre of the table, and then play the one to the top left.
But just everything he's doing looks awkward.
So he was okay, he did have enough. You see, he's just like a ball roll out here and there, which kind of puts you on the back foot.
It snowballs, doesn't it?
Yeah. He doesn't want to be straight there.
He looks absolutely dead straight to me.
A little shake of the head there, yeah.
Now that's just careless, because he's had enough play on this table now. He's going to have to leave himself a thin snick. Just about punched it across enough.
And even though he's won this frame, he won't be feeling good about the way he's won it, because the cue ball was a bit all over for him.
Yeah.
A little shake of the head while he's walking back to his chair. But it is Jack's break next, I think, so maybe a big break and take a 3-1 lead in this set.
That's it. These little moments can be big turning points in matches like this. And Marc will be very annoyed that he's thrown away an opportunity to take the lead in this set too. I don't ever see how he was coming off the side of that red. Unless he sort of came off the front of it and then came across it.
He needed to be half ball.
But again, I think that's one of those where I think he spends a lot more time looking at the frame and working it out, and comes up with a different way to get the 8 ball out, rather than going, I've got a chance now.
Yeah.
This is worth a go, sort of thing.
So he's not hit that one as good, but he has got a good split there. I think he'll be happy with that.
I think he deserves that. I think the way things have gone against him at times, I think he deserves a stroke of luck from perhaps not hitting the perfect break. Seeing as everything else he's done has either, gone in off or just not worked out.
Oh, he's underhit it.
He's just come far enough, I think. He also could take the one he's closest to the centre still. Got options yet.
As long as he can pop this and get out. Yeah, he's fine. I think he'll be playing the one to the top left corner now and possibly leaving himself an angle on the one to the left middle just to nudge the yellow out into open play. There we go, just what he's looking at there. Just got to make sure you leave yourself an angle here, Jack. I think that looks fine. I think he'd have preferred a little bit more of an angle, but I'm pretty sure he's okay. Do you kind of punch it over into the yellow here? Because I don't think it's the natural angle. It's fine. He's played that well. He's onto the one to the top right corner.
Yeah. He half tempted to take the one to the bottom right first, actually. He's very straight on the one to the top right. I don't think he can then. I think he'd then leave himself a thin one to the centre. I think that might explain this choice of shot.
Anywhere on blue spot.
Yeah, lovely. Bit betwixt in between. Is it too thin, this yellow, for him to pot the one below the balk line and screw on and off? I think it is. And it's flirting with the corner pocket if you come round, so that's why he's taking the middle one. This makes the position on the 8 ball a little bit tricky.
He's played that well though. Anything straight-ish and he can screw back to near the centre bag.
Yeah. I was just a little worried for a second that he was going to land hampered and then he'd have been in real trouble, but let's see how he's got the pace of these screw shots now. It hasn't been great so far.
Quite clever that he's used the side rail.
Yeah. Just widened the angle. Just widened his margin for error considerably. So this 8 ball for 3-1 in the set.
Yep, nice finish, Jack.
And that is much more like it. And I can tell you as well, that is Jack Whelan's first finish from the break in the whole match. First break dish.
Is it?
Yeah.
That says a lot then, doesn't it?
It says a huge amount, doesn't it?
Well, he'll be feeling a little bit better about himself now, especially if he can take this set and get it back to 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, I said earlier if he went 2-0 down, I thought he was massive odds against. I still do, but it's amazing what this set format can throw up at times. And if he can start dishing in the way that we know that Jack can, and if Marc's break begins to falter in the way that it seems to be,
and if that red plants onto the yellow into the middle bag first shot,
yeah, I think you're right. You're going to be developing the other red, which isn't ideal. Where does that end up? That might be the only cause for concern. Don't want to push that down towards the corner pocket. But I do think it's the shot.
played that nice, very controlled.
Yeah, lovely pace. As well, landing nicely on that yellow. That one could have caused him a problem later if he'd had to come back to it. prime position yet, though. I assume he's just going to drop this one into the centre. He needs to play this with a little bit firmness, just to get the cue ball to come through. Now he's straight on the one to the left centre.
Just wondering whether the one goes to the bottom left corner as we see now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's... Well, if it does, then this should be over. But this is the key shot. 'Cause if that does, which I think it does, yeah. From that camera angle, you can see clearly.
Thank you, Mr. Cameraman.
That's actually perfect. He's absolutely plumb. This is 2 straight shots and then leave yourself the right angle to get back down for the 8 ball. And perhaps he can follow up his first break dish of the match with his first reverse dish of the match.
Never. He looks good here. And I'm shocked at them stats, Dan. I know you've got your notebook in front of you and you keep note of every frame.
I do.
But I am shocked at that.
Yep, until the previous frame, Jack Whelan had not had a finish from the break. What angle's he left here? I don't like that.
He's short.
Yeah.
You want it to be another maybe 3 or 4 inches there?
It's actually... How do you get up there now? Because whichever way you go, you're hitting a red, aren't you? He's trying to find the gap between the 2 reds on the left-hand side and just sort of leave a slightly more difficult 8 ball.
The slide. See the slide when you hit the balls hard?
Yeah.
It just throws off.
That was a real careless one from Jack, though.
He took the finish so well as well, and then just one shot landed the wrong side.
It's amazing how often that happens, isn't it? But yeah, it wasn't an easy finish, and he'd done almost all the work.
Can he double this? It's there. It's there. Oh, Jack Whelan.
Oh,
for the set as well.
my word. Commentator joins me once again. That was quick.
Good evening, Dan.
Good evening. How you doing? How's your week been?
Fine. What have I missed?
Oh. That looked like it took a little turn. Did it touch a cushion? I'm guessing it did. No, it didn't. No cushion touched. Referee has called a foul. So that is disaster. Just as Jack Whelan has got himself back into the match. I mean, he tried to drift that into the middle.
I mean, it was a tough shot.
A very tough shot.
They do turn on the middle pocket sometimes, so just because of the way the cloths are stretched and stuff.
It almost looked as if maybe it just caught a bit of dust or something. It literally... But the thing is, when you're playing a shot at that weight, you are kind of relying on that not happening, and you can't rely on that not happening.
Yeah. One of the big things as well with this cloth I've seen, because it is a woven cloth, if you
Yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying. There does seem to be a little bit of a wobble at times.
just sometimes, yeah.
I find that's a lot more pronounced when the cloth's new, actually.
Yeah.
See it more on the tour than I do when I play on a home table.
Maybe because it's stretched a lot more.
Yeah. I do play lovely, though. I do love playing with these Strachan 86 on cloths. But yeah, it can take some getting used to if you're not used to it. That is for sure.
So that mistake from Jack in the first frame of this set looks like it's going to be it's going to cost him. Can't see Marc missing from here. Have we got any more scores from around the room? Everyone finished? Let me just have a check. Jake Dillon, Lulov and Dan Davey 2-all, and Jake is 2-1 up in a deciding set.
Oh. Are we going to go double Desmond in that game?
Gio has pulled another set back against Josh Fomond, but in the deciding set Josh is 2-0 up.
Wow. That's big. So is that Marc Farnsworth takes the lead in set number 4.
And Lee Shepherd beat Richard Swaffield 3-2. So a good comeback from Lee there. No, we just see it did turn at the end just a little bit. Watch. There we go.
Yeah. And obviously, eagle-eyed referee Brian Moss just didn't catch a cushion, so...
Don't miss a trick, that boy.
Does not. Do feel for Jack there, though, because it probably would have hit a cushion at least.
Yeah, it's not just that either. There's more to it than just missing that pot. You know, he's on a high from the last set. He's playing well, and then you kind of get stopped in your tracks with something like that.
Yeah. Stops the rock for Marc Farnsworth as well, who had lost 4 frames on the trot before that one. Cue, this black's close. Oh no. This could be a long frame.
Has anybody got that cup of tea left?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the kettle back on.
When the 8 ball goes close to the pocket like this, it's always such a difficult frame. But particularly this one, because you've got a red and a yellow both on top of it.
I just wonder whether Marc can pot a red and then kind of cover that top left corner with the red and just nudge the black out.
There's a huge shot on, but it might be too much of a risk. But what about the cross double? And try and go into the red. I don't think you'd be able to pot the black.
He's playing yours, is he?
Bit of both, maybe. Didn't play it as hard as you would have needed to. I think you'd have maybe needed to play more angle the way I suggested.
I don't actually think he'll be devastated that he's missed there.
No, I don't. I completely agree. This is one of those frames that I don't see an easy way out of.
The only shot I can see of winning the frame is if you cross double the red that's near the black. So if you land directly in line with it across the balk line as you look, and you can cross double it into the top right corner.
Well, the only way I can see is if you don't go game, but I think Jack's done the right thing. He's got himself some reds. He can play that red on the rail off the 8 ball and get control of that pocket. And that's exactly what he's doing.
See, that was the shot I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether Marc could pot a red and do that. That's probably what he would have played if he potted the double.
Mark's got 2 yellows though. He's going to have to take one of the yellows close to the centre pocket, but he's got another one there, and you feel like that area is attackable.
It's a nice position to go in and play the skill shot.
My question mark on the yellows is the... Oh, that's probably better than potting it, actually. I think that's what he wanted.
I think Jack will... I think he might go a game here, possibly play the skill shot. It's quite an easy skill shot from the furthest out, so the red closest to the black spot, as we see.
Yeah.
It's not a hard skill shot if you land well on it.
No, I agree. Although I would say it's that yellow's almost in an identical position to the skill shot he missed earlier. It's just that side of the pocket rather than being right in the centre. Now then. First off, I don't think the yellow would go straight, but I think it's makeable now as the plant onto the one over the pocket.
Maybe cushion first and double kiss it in, possibly.
Yeah, exactly that.
Because you don't really want the yellow going away too far from that pocket, I don't think.
No. He's got it. He's okay. And now, look at this angle. Look at this angle to attack. The only thing is you're not guaranteed to be nicely on a yellow afterwards.
He's got 2 options here as well. He can play the yellow to the top right corner and just do a soft little screw shot and go into the top left corner off the yellow over the middle bag, or he can go directly into it now.
I just don't see the advantage. I think he's going. He's going. He's got... How's this yellow come out? I mean, he'd love it if the 8 ball had kept running. But I think he'll take this. He's got a shot. It's all he could ask for, really.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of shots, actually. He can take the thin one down to the bottom right, or the one he's closest to the bottom right. That's the one.
He's not got to do anything with the cue ball, has he?
No, just run it across and have the thin snick to the centre. Whoa, that's not great. But it's still okay.
Should have put some right hand side on it.
Yeah. Would have made the pot much more difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
this is still fine because he doesn't need to hold the cue ball here. He can play the yellow to the bottom right as his last ball. This needs to hold up. Oh, it hasn't. No, it hasn't, has it? No, he'd look far more annoyed than that. He's just his sort of general level of temper at the moment. It did look like it rocked onto that 8 ball just for a second, didn't it?
That's a nice shot.
Through the gap, lovely. And it just perhaps begins to feel like the writing might be on the wall here for Jack.
He's stuck in there. He's not gave up as he has tried.
Nope.
But the balls just haven't been very kind to him.
Marc couldn't have finished much worse on this 8 ball. He'll still get it, but he couldn't have finished much worse if he tried. Horrible angle. But no problem. 2-0 to Marc Farnsworth. And things are not looking good for Jack Whelan right now.
No, Big Ray looking good for the win here now.
He is.
And you know, sometimes when you have these scrappy games and you come...
Yeah, he's not been at his absolute best. But
these are the matches that the top players, they manage to win. You know, when they're not playing the best and they still manage to win and get a result.
absolutely right.
That's the one of the big differences between one of the top pros and a middle pro.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So, Jack's break again. Let's see how he hits this one.
Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was going to be dry. I thought it was going to be absolutely devastating. It is a fairly devastating break, but it's come out well for him. Now, is Jack Whelan on that red closest to the 8 ball? Because if he is, then I think red's are long gone. I think he is.
Just wonder whether he can soft screw into the yellow and he'll actually be on the red to the bottom right corner. He tried to go through it.
It's okay, that. That red now.
Yeah, if he doesn't clear this frame, it'll be because of that red.
Yeah.
I think that's his only problem ball here.
Yeah, it's just quite a narrow window to land in, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know whether if he can drop this into the top left corner, he can possibly play the one to the right middle next and drop down onto it.
Oh, he's got to get it first, though. And he hasn't. It's not a nice table on yellows, this, but Marc will just be pleased to be at the table, I suspect. Having said that, what can he possibly do from here? Can he play the one he's closest to off the red into the centre? Cushion first into the, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's
Sort
a
of
big. I think it's a big bag. Yeah.
Off the jaw. It still leaves problems, but at least it gets him out a little bit. I mean, there's absolutely nowhere to hide on this table, is there? So he's kind of got to throw another Hail Mary and hope it sticks.
I think maybe he'll play the big bag into the middle bag, and he could possibly push the red down towards the yellow as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a potential safe option.
There we go. And he's landed on his other bad yellow.
He will take that all day long. That is brilliant. What a shot that is. To get on that one as well.
Does the bottom yellow pass the black? That's the question.
Oh, it's a good one. I don't think it does. I think those two yellows are still quite awkward.
Yellow off the red?
It's a big shot, but no, he hasn't. He's got the yellow, though. Has he got the angle to attack them now? Can he sort of stun off the cushion and try and bump into that
Kind
yellow?
of punch over with a bit left hand side, yeah. Come under the black and into. He'd love to go into the bottom yellow full ball.
You just there's a chance if you play that you end up on absolutely nothing. I think he's still playing the same shot, but obviously now with lots of running side, round off the two cushions maybe. Has he got that? I don't know. It will sort of skid, won't it? It will kill it.
What he'd have to do is arc it first. It'd be like a banana shot and then go.
Unless he can just run it into the top one of those yellows from here, like literally directly into it, be on it. Well, it surely doesn't go, does it? Surely not.
I think the top one goes, and then I think he's going to have to play a double on the yellow into the same bag.
Yeah.
I think that's literally all he can do.
Possibly get enough side on it, can he, to sort of run into it or anything?
I think it's the double, Dan. This is a tough shot.
Doubles back, or has he got to double this to the centre?
No, I think it doubles back. Yeah, it does double back because he's going for it, but it's a tough shot. He's nailed it.
Nice. Oh, he has. He has. He thought he'd missed it. I thought he'd missed it. He did catch the near knuckle. But, I mean, fair play. How close did he have to get to that red? And Jack Whelan sits in his chair and looks to the heavens because Marc Farnsworth has pulled out another monster from absolutely nowhere. That is the second time in the match that Marc Farnsworth has been forced to chase a huge finish and got them.
And that puts him on 3-0 in this last set.
Yeah.
Puts Jack bang under pressure.
Well, I mean, all sorts of pressure. There couldn't be more, really.
Can't make another mistake now, can he? That's it, especially with Marc taking out some of the clearances he is.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of the best clearances of the tournament, for sure.
Well, he had no right in getting that one, really.
No. And that was arguably much easier than the other one.
See how close that yellow got to the red.
Yeah,
there.
that's what I was saying. It was so tight, wasn't it?
If only I could execute the shots like I could see. I could see them.
I know that feeling.
I feel like it's written in the stars now for a break and clearance for the win.
I wouldn't disagree.
He's not hit them. Great.
Well, that's why I'm not an astrologer.
Again, though, there's just a little bit awkward. There's a couple of clusters again. You know, I'm sure he'd love he wants yellows, but he's got to play a plant across the top rail. It's not a nice shot to play.
6 of one, half a dozen the other for me here. He's playing a plant on the yellows to start with, is he? That would open things up considerably, but yeah, those two are on the top rail. Yuck.
I think as long as he lands on the top rail straight, I think he...
I
don't think it's too bad there. Yeah.
He's gone after it early, and I like that.
Yeah, I like that he's not played the plant first shot, which opens up the frame if he misses.
Exactly. If he doesn't get these, he's still in it. So it shows he's still thinking clearly.
Nice shot. So now he can play on the plant he was going to play first shot.
Yeah. Exactly that. Hasn't got there. He's given himself a shot, but I'm with you. I don't know whether he has played on it, but I think he should have played on the plant that he was going to play first.
I think he has, but I think instead of just coming off the one cushion and coming down the table, he's played it off 2 cushions to give himself a chance. If he underhits it, he's still on this red to the yellow to the bottom right corner. Sorry. That's nice. Because what you can do now, you can play this and punch the yellow that he's cannoning onto the other yellow back out.
Yeah.
Oh
no. Oh, I think that's disaster.
I think he might have to play the yellow off the yellow now. Possibly.
Can he though? I don't actually think that's on. I don't think the yellow can see enough of the yellow, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Tried to force something to happen. Failed. So Marc Farnsworth, this is his first chance for a place in the last 16.
Bit of work to do with the 2 reds that are next to the yellow down at the bottom of the table, but I don't think he'll have any problems in going into them. Oh, they go. There we go. They both go.
Yeah, they both go. So there is the chance, surely. It's been a valiant effort for Jack. You know, it must be tough to return to this sort of arena and this place having left for a different Cuesport.
Yeah, when you're coming up against the likes of Marc Farnsworth, you don't get second chances.
No.
So if you're not playing your best, then you lose. It's as simple as.
Yeah. And Marc really has pulled some amazing finishes from the fire in this one.
There's a few for the highlight reel for sure.
Big time. Just making absolutely sure here, and you can see why. It's not straightforward. There's quite a narrow window really that you want to land the cue ball in for those last two reds.
I thought he might have come down a bit earlier on rather than leaving him till last, but I think he was just out of position a little bit, so he's kind of.
He's not 100% happy with this, I can tell you that much. And he's gone after it now. Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
He won't have to do anything with the cue ball here, just play it plain ball. If he misses yellow, he'll come off 2 cushions and land on the red into the same bag.
But if he does catch any part of that yellow,
it will look horrendous.
Goodbye cue ball, yeah. I think. It could avoid it. Has landed pretty much plumb, perhaps a touch straighter than he'd like. I think he's okay. You could either just push this through and play that last red to the top left, or stun down past the 8 ball and play it to the centre. That's the one, and that is the shot. That's the match winner, I think.
Yeah, well played, Marc Farnsworth. It's not been the match we all thought it would be, but Marc's got some fantastic clearances out and fully deserved the win. He was the better player.
Yeah, completely agree. Commiserations to Jack. Not a bad run, for returning. Last 32 and knocked out by Marc Farnsworth. You'd take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, absolutely not. Although he definitely would have had that in his mind. He's not entering a tournament like this without, the thought that he could win it.
No, definitely.
How's Josh Thomond getting on there?
I'm just reloading Cuesports. Give me 1 second. Right, we'll stay on for this, Dan, because it's 2-2 in sets and it's 3-3 in frames. So we have a deciding frame, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a deciding frame.
We'll stay on for it, shall we?
Yeah, why not? Is that okay? Well, we'll see what happens, but I think we're going to stay. I think we're going to stick and watch that. Here is Josh Thomond to break. His break was monstrous earlier on the stream. And he'll be delighted with that as well, I think. It's a fiddly one, but if you play red onto yellow first and don't cover the pocket for the 8 ball, this is a big chance on red and yellows, rather.
Yeah, for sure. And especially because the black's over the corner bag as well, so there's going to be no work on getting onto the black. Yeah. You can get onto it off any of the yellows. So, like you say, just not too hard. Just, make sure you hit it full ball. There we go, perfect.
Down the table off the side rail, maybe just top it off the side rail, give yourself a choice.
Yeah, possibly, or even just maybe screw past the face of the red. I don't know whether the yellow goes into the bottom right corner.
I think that score at the top is wrong. I'm pretty sure this is a decider in the match, so it should be 3 frames. 3 frames. Just to let you know, this is a deciding frame, despite the scoreline.
Oh, that is a great shot.
And Josh Thomond has played an absolute worldie under the pressure in a deciding frame over last 32 match at the Worlds. It's a beauty. And he's going to win this.
Couple of good scalps there by Josh.
A Boyle, then Edgar. It's not,
Maybe one to look out for
yeah,
sure.
Might be. Might well be. Well, this is absolutely magnificent. This is absolutely magnificent.
That's a lovely finish and a decider.
Well done, Josh Thomond. Superb stuff from you. Well, what a day, what an evening. What a couple of matches we've been treated to here tonight, Wade.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. Thoroughly enjoyed it yet again. Look forward to the rest of the weekend.
And wasn't that just the icing on the cake? That final frame from Josh Thomond, a lovely finish as well from him.
Yeah, well done to Josh. I'm sure he's going to do really well, even if he, doesn't go on to win this tournament. I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of him in the future.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. I sort of hope we see more of him in the future, because he's thoroughly entertained me twice today now.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, Marc Farnsworth, there you can see the final score. 3-1 between Farnsworth and Whelan. I believe Marc is just making his way out into the arena, hopefully to have a word with Stephen Walker. But, do make sure to join us tomorrow as well. We have a couple of last 16 matches for you, starting with Corey Rees and Ethan Parry-Williams. But for now, we'll hand over to Stephen Walker. He's with the winner of that last 32 match, Marc Farnsworth.
Welcome back, guys, and now here with the victorious Marc Farnsworth after a great game against Jack Whelan. We just caught the tail end of the Geo Josh Thomond game, but back to you, mate. Some scrappy moments and some phenomenal moments.
Yeah, mate. Well, I've had some classics for Jack over the years. That wasn't one of them. I think we both struggle a little bit with the cloth, the conditions, and even being back on the shot clock. Early doors, there was the beeps didn't go off the 10.
Yeah.
I think it affected us both a little bit, and it was one of those matches that obviously, like, Jack's a fantastic player, and he's one of the good guys in the pool world, and I've got so much respect for him getting off his backside and travelling over the other side of the world and to learn a different discipline, so I've got so much respect for him. It's still a hard match, even though he hasn't really been playing this game, but his reputation still speaks for itself.
Well, that's one of the things when you see guys like Jack coming in here, even though he's not played a lot, and not especially on the court and the tables and stuff, he's still coming here to win. He still fancies his chances because he's got that kind of pedigree.
Yeah, because he's living on the Chinese table these days, and it's a tough discipline, it's a completely different game, completely different ball. So even though your arm's still going through, it's completely, the reaction of the balls and everything's completely different, so it affected me going from the tablecloth back to the blue. But obviously for him it's a completely different game, so he's still a danger because he's a fantastic player, but he made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. It was one of those games which just delight to get over the line, but there was some good spells, but there was a bit of patchy stuff as well.
There was some fantastic shots. The one at the tail end there, the double that you played, I didn't think it passed the red.
Yeah,
and then you've nicked it in, and
I sort of knew the double went, but it was one of those, again, getting found out on the shot clock again. You sort of, I don't generally think I'm a slow player. I get slated for it now and again and all the rest of it, but I like to get on with it, but sometimes, especially when there's a bit of a pressure clearance, you like to work your route out and you forget. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I thought the finish was okay. Then the lower one, which I ended up doubling, wouldn't go in the other corner, and I'm thinking I haven't really got a ball to kick it out with, and then I played a really bad shot too before I had to play one with the rest, and I thought I've just got to bounce it black out and leave the double, but fortunate really, I left myself plumb on the back double, and it just squeezed in, but again I was really fortunate in the second set. What a really scrappy frame. It was a 3-3 or whatever it was, and I went for a finish that just wasn't there. He had us tied up in knots, which respect to Jack, because he doesn't play the rules anymore. He turned the frame round. He was a massive favourite. He was. And I've sort of thought, well, if I don't go for them now, I'm never going to get another chance. And I was just really, really lucky, to be fair. You've got to take them, but it's one of those where it's a 1 in a million sort of clearance, so a bit unlucky for Jack.
No, it is, but the moments, they can be huge as you head into a tournament, any match. Sometimes you need to pull a shot out, sometimes you need to dig in there. That's the game, and especially when you've got 5 sets, races to 4, however long it takes. Sometimes you need to hang in there, sometimes you need to stay patient, and it gets you over the line.
Yeah, the sets format when I first got brought in, obviously a lot of years ago now, I was massive. I think it's just old-fashioned. You don't like change sort of thing. I couldn't get my head around it, and I was all for the longer race and whatever else. But over the years, it's grew on us massively, But it's still like there's so many like scrappy frames as such, because every frame, not that in a longer race, every frame's important, but when it comes to the sets format, if you want all 2 all or whatever, I know what you mean. I think it makes, especially on the shot clock, it makes, obviously, like, Jack's a fantastic player. I mean, it makes mistakes. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause it forces you into stuff, especially with the sets. Every set's important, and I think it scrutinises your game sort of thing. So I'm a massive fan of it now, and it sways both ways, and you think you can be comfortable. Like, I've nicked that second set to go 2-0, and you're not home and dry, but you're in a strong position. But then Jack's nicked the third. I made a couple of mistakes. Unfortunately, he's been a bit unlucky the first frame of the fourth, so I've managed to grab the lead again, but I'm a big fan of the sets these days.
I love the drama that it creates. I love the fact that you'll never beat. You could lose 4-1, 4-1 the first 2, and obviously if that's a race to even 10, you're 8-2 down, the match is effectively over. But the amount of matches I've seen since I've came to the IPA and coming to the World Championships where someone's 2 down and they win 3-2. Lee Shepherd, your opponent tomorrow, did that tonight. He was 2 down, came back and won 3-2. It's tough to do that if you're going in the long races. If someone gets too far ahead, the match is effectively over. This creates a different dynamic, and I think the world should be tough to win. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like you say, you're in a long race. If it's first even 10, 12, generally we'll play at 7s and 8s, And if you get like a 4-5-0 lead, again, you're not home and dry, but you're in a very, very good position. But then it's with a sets format, you've got to like reset. Even if you win the set, if you lose a set, sometimes you can knuckle down and play a little bit more defensive or whatever else to make sure with the second set. That shouldn't be every frame should be as important as the next one, but it doesn't work like that, But the sets makes it. I just think it emphasises how important every frame is.
You've just come in after a massive game a couple of weeks ago, the longest of races over the length of time that you've had to play, the kind of fatigue and the practice you put, and I was speaking about that earlier, the practice partners you were playing with. You must be coming in feeling sharp, feeling good after that. But this is a different ball game altogether.
Yeah, I put a lot of time in it. I can go. People think I play all the time. In between tournaments, I literally can go weeks without touching the table. But then I think it resets yourself a little bit. When it comes to especially the important times, you knuckle down, you go back to basics, and you start again as such. And you start, because I think you play too much in between tournaments, whatever. You can get into bad habits, you can get lackadaisical and whatever else. So I think it like sort of resets your frame, like your frame of mind to go back and make sure you do the easy stuff properly. Before the money match, I put a lot of time in. Obviously, I was getting used to the cloth as well, which was, it plays completely different. Had Liam down, which obviously was brilliant. Liam coming down, which how good how hard I play. And like the night before, I had a really bad cough. I only slept for 2 or 3 hours the night before the match. Obviously, I didn't say anything to anybody, but I must have had about 20 lattes during the match just to try and keep focused. I thought if you hit the wall, you're going to be a lot of trouble.
Caffeine.
I was firing the latte into it, but it was a fantastic match, a fantastic experience, and you lads, which were absolutely brilliant.
It was phenomenal.
But it puts us in good stead, but still it's difficult, you think yourself, I don't generally look at the draw as such, you know who you're playing roughly and the times and whatever else, because everybody's like, there's a lot of capable players, and once you start thinking ahead, you can become your own worst enemy, so it's just one match at a time, and it's the most prestigious tournament by a mile. The facilities is brilliant, the tables are playing brilliant, so it's one of those you just try and dig in every match.
Well, Marc, you are through tomorrow. You're going to play Lee Shepherd. Still in the mix, maybe, but